Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series weekend at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. But before we get into that, let's talk about the next race, which is at Pocono Raceway for the Cups, Xfinity trucks, and also the ARCA Series if you're interested in that. So we'll first start off with on July 22nd, where it's mainly ARCA Series day. So 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time will be practice for the ARCA Series, and 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be qualifying for the ARCA Series. Both of them would not be on TV. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be then practice, and then 5 p.m. Eastern Time will be qualifying for the Truck Series. Both of them will be on FS1, while the ARCA Series race for the running of the General Tire Deliveries 200, that'll be on 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be on FS1 and MRN. And next, Saturday, July 23rd is incredibly packed. So first, it is the Xfinity, so at 9:35 a.m. Eastern Time for practice and 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time for qualifying. Both of them will be on USA and Peacock. 12 p.m. Eastern Time will be the Truck Series race for the running of the CRC Bracklin 150. That'll be on Fox, MRN, and Sirius XM. 2:35 p.m. Eastern Time will be practice, and 3:20 p.m. Eastern Time will be qualifying, both for the Cup Series. So that'll be both of them will be also on USA, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. 5 p.m. Eastern Time will be the Xfinity Series race for the running of the Explore the Pocono Mountains 225. That'll be on USA, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. And there's also the press pass as well if you're interested in watching that after the Xfinity Series race. And finally, on Sunday, July 24th, it will be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Will be the Cup Series race at Pocono for the running of the M&M's Fan Appreciation 400. That'll be on USA, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. And it's also the post-Cup race press pass if you want to watch that as well after the race. So with Pocono all done, let's now move over to the Xfinity Series at New Hampshire. And that was won by Justin Allgaier, who I think gets his third win of the season, if I remember correctly. In second place was Trevor Bayne, then Brandon Brown, Jeremy Clements, Sheldon Creed, Ty Dillon, Austin Hill, Kyle Weatherman, Mason Massey, Bailey Curry ran out the top 10, and David Starr, Joe Graff Jr., CJ McLaughlin, Brent Moffitt, Sam Mayer, Patrick Emmerling, Hamid Savano III, Derek Griffith, Ryan Vargas, and AJ Allmendinger ran out the top 20. And the one driver that failed to qualify, that was, what's his name, Bobby McCarthy, I think that's what his name is. He drove for Mike Harmon Racing. A lot of drivers went to the rear. I think that a total of 6 drivers went to the rear due to unapproved adjustments, that being Josh Berry at pole sitter, Akanawa Ogata, Alex Abe, Howie DeSavano III, Joe Graff Jr., and David Starr. Jeremy Clements went to the rear due to a tire change, and JJ Yaley went to the rear due to an engine change. Alright, for the stuff that happened, lap 35, Julia Landier, who drove for Alpha Prime Racing for a start, she spins out after contact with Justin Allgaier, and I think the commentators also blamed her for the accident, even though, I don't know, people will complain about it on Twitter. Lap 45, Ryan Sieg wins Stage 1, while flashbacks to last year's Las Vegas race for the Xfinity Series, the first Las Vegas race, when Daniel Hemrick and Noah Gragson went at each other. Well, they did it again. Hemrick and Gragson made contact, and I think Hemrick also blamed Gragson for the wheel hop. Lap 90, William Byron wins Stage 2, and once again, Hemrick and Gragson goes at each other once again. This time, Hemrick spins out Gragson. Lap 105, Karma hits Hemrick as he loses a tire. Lap 113, Byron loses a tire. Lap 116, Derek Griffith spins out, but he recovers to finish 18th, so not too bad. Lap 125, I showed a video of this. Sheldon Creed spins out Josh Berry, exiting turn 2, and collects Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg, Riley Herbst, Jeff Burton, Maya Snyder, and Howie DeSvano III also spins out to avoid. It was a pretty big wreck. On the backstretch, Sieg also, I mean, the most notable one is obviously Sieg getting mounted by Burton. I think Burton just went, Burton's car went underneath Sieg's car and was also on an inclined angle, which was pretty scary, but obviously, luckily, he landed back on his wheel, so it wasn't that bad, but It was definitely a car park. It was a car park at the backstretch, and yeah, I mean the only person who was actually in there, which I think was Sam Mayer. I think Brent Moffitt might be also in as well. Sam Mayer, he recovered to finish 15th, so not too bad for him. And Brent Moffitt, I think he just spun out, so he only finished at 14th. But also a tough break as well for Josh Berry because he got pole, but he had to start from the rear, and then he got caught up on an accident. So tough break for Berry. Not a really good day for him. Anyways, lap 143, AJ Allmendinger and Alex Bay makes contact, and both of them get into the wall. Brandon Jones also spins out. I think Allmendinger was also pissed off at a spotter for some reason, or I don't actually know what the reason is, but it was something I know. And then finally, on lap 200, Justin Allgaier wins the Crayon 200, while Landon Castle and O. Gregson are both disqualified. They were originally listed as third and fourth, if I remember correctly, but both of them were disqualified because I think some part of the car was too low. I think that's why. And let's just also talk about that. The Xfinity series have the weirdest titles of names. There's like Beef is What's for Dinner, was another one at Martinsville, and now the Crayon 200. That's weird, but whatever. Let's have a look at the other drivers as well. So there's Ty Gibbs in 21st up. I think he's now third. Well, yeah, he's now third. And yeah, only 23 drivers were left running. Well, actually 25 actually, because Landon Castle and Gregson was down there, but that's not. So it was definitely very carnage, very chaotic. We'll say that. So there's William Byron 26th. There's Brandon Jones 28th. There's Riley Herbst, Josh Berry, Ryan Sieg, Jeff Burton, Messiah, Daniel Hemrick. They're all down there. They're all down there from 30th to 35th. So not really a great day for those guys. And obviously the worst ones were always Landon Castle and Gregson, who got disqualified after the race. So let's now move over to the Cup Series, and that was won by Christopher Bell. Yes, another first-time winner this season. So second place, I got Chase Elliott, then Bubba Wallace, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, and Kurt Busch ran out the top 10. And William Byron, Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe, AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, Ryan Blaney, Aaron Jones, and Justin Haley ran out the top 20. No one fought to qualify, and no one went to the rear, surprisingly. I'm pretty surprised about that. So, for the stuff that happened, lap 5, Ty Dillon makes contact with Justin Haley and collects Alex Bowman, Josh Blicky, and BJ McLeod. Bowman's DNF streaks continues. Lap 17, Martin Truex Jr. wins stage 1. Lap 78, Kyle Busch spins out, while lap 89, Corey LaJoie gets loose and spins out. Harrison Bird and Michael McDowell also involved. Lap 146, first it was Blaney who spun out lap 146, and on lap 152, Chase Briscoe spun out. Then lap 163, Kyle Busch spins out again. I'll show you a video on this. This is under caution. And Austin Dillon, Brad Keselowski makes contact under caution. Now, I don't know what the reason of this is. No one knows what the reason this was. No idea. I think like the spotter, like the crew chief also didn't. I think basically everyone other than Austin Dillon knew why he did that. It was very, very uncalled for. I shall say, incredibly uncalled for. I don't know why you would do that. And if there's also a certain, like, if there's an actual reason behind it, he should probably say it. But well, maybe there is a reason to why Dillon and Keselowski why Dillon was so pissed off at Keselowski. But I mean, I think it was the same thing with Austin Hill and Ty Dillon, because I think they also had an argument as well at the end of the Xfinity Series New Hampshire race. As another Dillon had been an argument with another driver, being Brad Keselowski, an actual champion in the Cup Series. So if someone could also tell me down in the comments of what the reason of this was, that'd be fantastic. Let's now move over to lap 185, where Martin Truex sweeps all the stages. Lap 196, this was a bit of a funny moment when Denny Hamlin bumps Ross Chastain out of the way, just for a little bit of retaliation. Lap 205, Todd Gilliland spins out, while lap 301, Christopher Bell wins the AIM Beta 301, blowing up the playoff bracket, and we'll also have a look at the playoff bracket as well. Let's now have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 20, just so you can have a little look. That's Austin Dillon down in 23rd. And obviously Brad Keselowski finished in 7th place. There's Harrison Burton 26th. Michael McDowell 28th. I talked about as well. Our last year's winner Eric Almirola down in 31st, so not that great for him. Then aside Dillon, Josh Blicky, Alex Bowman, and BJ McLeod down in 33rd to 36th. Let's now move over to the standings. And first start off with the Xfinity Series standings, and also because now we're getting very, very close to the playoffs, I'm just going to be showing the playoff bracket. That's all I'm going to be showing. I'm not going to be doing the regular season standings anymore. I'll be just showing out the playoff bracket just to see what it looks like. And we'll also have a look at the Truck Series as well, because Pocono is also the last race for the regular season for the Truck Series, so that'll be very exciting. So for the Xfinity Series, we know that Ty Gibbs, Justin Allgaier, AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Josh Perry, Austin Hill, and Brandon Jones are in the playoffs. So that's the top 7. Then Sam Mayer plus 151 above the cut line. Daniel Hemrick plus 104 above the cut line. Riley Herbst plus 132 above the cut line. Ryan Sieg plus 78 above the cut line. And Landon Castle plus 61 above the cut line. So not a lot of changes really there. Everyone else down below them has some wins and losers. Obviously, Brandon Brown, he got up 2 spots. Anthony Alfredo lost 2. LeBay, I think, also lost 2, maybe lost 1. Clemens made a big improvement. He got up 2 spots after finishing inside of the top of 5. So I move over to the Cup Series, and this is what the playoff bracket looks like also for the Cup Series. So obviously there's a lot of winners. There's a total of now 15 winners. Sorry, not 15. Is it 15? Sorry, 14 winners. I apologize. So there's sort of 14 winners now in the playoff bracket for the Cup Series. So behind the top 4 being Elliott, Chastain, Logano, and Byron is Martin Truex Jr. plus 68 above the cut line. There's also a chance that there will be another first-time winner here. There's only a chance because of how unpredictable these cars are. Behind Larson is Ryan Blaney plus 105 above the cut line, and then just everyone else: Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, basically everyone else who locked themselves into the playoffs. Currently in 17th place is Kevin Harvick, minus 68 below the cut line. So it actually should be that Truex and Blaney should be where Bowman and Cindric are down 15th and 16th, because they haven't gotten their they haven't actually locked themselves into the playoffs yet. So they still haven't gotten a win in this season, but obviously there's still a chance that they might do it in the next coming up races. Let's now have a look at the Truck Series standings. Now, for some reason, still the Truck Series standings are a bit iffy. So what this actually is that Parker Kligerman and Corey Heim, they're not in the playoffs because obviously they are part-time. So Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, John Hunter Nemechek, Chandler Smith, and Stuart Friesen are all in the playoffs. And then there is Ty Majeski, Carson Hocevar, and Christian Eckes. They have all locked themselves into the playoffs. Currently, Brandon Finger and Matt Crafton, they're still yet to lock into the playoffs. And Derek Krause, I think, is like, 19 points, I think, behind Crafton, I think, if my math is correct. So Derek Krause still has maybe a pretty good chance of making it to the playoffs. If Crafton DNS and Derek Krause gets the top 5, then Derek Krause will be in the playoffs. But obviously, Pocono is the final race of the regular season for the Truck Series. So we will see what happens there. But just a reminder as well that the next race is at Pocono for the Cup Xfinity and Truck Series, and also for the ARCA Monara Series as well. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.